Welcome to the Small Business Spotlight hosted by JAISIN Insurance Solutions. I'm your host, Racquel Goldy. The goal is to bring more awareness to businesses and entrepreneurs in the local community. That being said, today is a little bit different because I have none other than Jason himself. Jason, thank you so much for letting me talk to you today. Now, this small business spotlight is a little bit different today because we have Jason himself. Jason, I'm so glad you wanted to, be on the spotlight because I think that's appropriate. Um, Obviously, Insurance Solutions Simplified is kind of your mantra of Jason Insurance Solutions. Now, businesses obviously need insurance, but it's confusing. When did you know you needed to open up your own company and to really simplify the consumer experience?
Dealing with my own personal insurance challenges, living in multiple states at one point in time, having to deal with many different agents and agencies for my commercial insurance needs to my personal insurance needs, and also looking for somebody who was going to provide real solutions to my individual challenges that I was dealing with. So not somebody who just wanted to sell me an individual policy and move on, but somebody who was really looking to provide advice and guidance.
Now, I have to say, everyone I've talked to so far for our small business spotlight, whenever I say, what was the best part about working with Jason, and what was your favorite part? Everyone just says how easy it's been working with you. So, how do you kind of manifest that and make that happen?
I believe in a little bit of the old school business of putting the client first, right? So it's again trying to understand the individual needs and not just selling a policy, but trying to understand what the business need is or what the individual need is, and then applying the right amount of risk management to that individual situation, right? So in certain circumstances, people just really need to get appropriate coverage so that they can close the deal. And they don't want to spend a significant amount of money on risk management resources as a small business owner. So it's important to understand the business need as much as the insuring need so that you can provide the right advice to the insured so that they can make the proper business decision based on their own individual economic circumstance. And the same thing applies to personal lines or high net worth insurance, right? Because their individual circumstances are different.
Now, what do you think the most important part is when deciding on what insurance plan to get?
Yeah, that's a great question. Everybody's risk tolerance is a little bit different. So the most important thing to one individual is not going to be the same thing that's important to somebody else. Some people, it's really just price. Other people, it's they need an insurance policy because they have mortgages or bank liens that require that they have certain levels of insurance. So I don't think there's really one particular nail, so to speak, that would be the primary thing. I think it's important to understand the individual circumstances of the specific insured. And I do believe that's what makes us unique. So we try and understand that so that we can apply the right program to the individual.
Now, let's say I come to you and I'm like, Jason, I need you to help me. I need insurance for whatever. I'm opening up a beauty store. Sure, we'll go with makeup and beauty because why not? What's kind of the step-by-step process of using Jason Insurance Solutions that I would go through with you?
Okay, so individually speaking, when I communicate with somebody from a commercial insurance need, I really don't want to just understand the insurance need. I want to understand the business. So there is a lot of research that I will do. A lot of the companies that we insure are publicly traded, so a lot of the data or the information is available. But the smaller companies that are not public, we really need to kind of interview the CEO and a lot of times the CFO to understand the financial metrics of the business, but also understanding what the business model is, the growth they've had in the past 2 years, the growth they're expecting to have in the next few years. Are they multiple locations? They own multiple businesses underneath that one parent company. Is there common ownership? Is there an opportunity or the availability to consolidate their insurance policies or provide broader coverage by consolidating those policies? So the goal set in mind is to really lower the overall cost of insurance while increasing coverage and really establishing a more comprehensive program because we understand the complete need of the business. Same thing works for individuals or high net worth individuals, because many times an insured might purchase a new home in a new state, and a lot of times that's Florida, but they own multiple properties uh, throughout the country or around the world. And the reality is, Florida is very unique when it comes to personal insurance. And it's very difficult for many other agencies to insure here, but it's a lot easier for us to insure here and insure everywhere else globally. So understanding, and it's a lot more cost effective if you could put it all together, and that's a key factor. So again, understanding the needs of the individual, and sometimes it's just a simple homeowners policy that they're looking for a solution locally. Of course, we do that as well. But where we tend to really have the most impact for our clients is when we have the ability to look at the entire picture.
Now, you work with a bunch of different sizes, from small businesses to very large corporations. Why do you think shining a light on small businesses, local small businesses, is so important?
We're a small business. I've owned multiple small businesses. The small businesses tend to be the most ignored. They don't have or receive the best service. They're typically put into a mill, a number. They'll wind up in a call center. So the larger insurance agencies currently today, they're dealing with groups that are significantly, whether it's the Fortune 500 companies or whatnot. And the smaller insurance companies don't really have the level of expertise specific to quote unquote business, and they're just selling policies. So what happens is there's a void for these small business owners to make sure that they're adequately insured. And we see it every day. And the way we do that in our business model is a lot more unique. So we don't send our our insurance agents out to knock on door to door. We use our digital marketing strategies to build inbound lead funnels so that our insurance agents can sit and advise the same way that we're doing this interview, because it's not necessary for us to actually go door to door and sit at dinner. So we take something that where the revenue is much smaller and really not in the business model of the larger insurance agencies, and we've structured it in a way where it could be profitable for Jason Insurance, but provide a higher degree of service at the same time.
Now, I got to ask, what separates you from your competitors? I think that's the most important question here.
But it's the advice and providing solutions. It's absolutely providing solutions and not just providing a policy. Again, the margins are very thin on these on the smaller business policies or the individual homeowners policies, which is what a lot of individual insureds don't really understand, is that the broker who's providing the advice, the guidance, and the direction is not the carrier. And the carrier premiums, people think, oh, I spend all this money on insurance, but the person who's providing the insurance, typically it's a 10% gross commission. So it's not something that's that dramatic when you look at gross revenue. It's a volume business. And that is why what we look to do is really cater to this individual niche of small businesses and high net worth individuals, because we feel it's a very underserviced market. Again, I went through this myself personally, so I've experienced it. And where we have the ability to actually provide a higher degree of service in a profitable manner without, sorry for that, without causing large cost or incurring large expenses to be able to provide that level of service.
Obviously, you're very busy. We know that. But if there is someone who is watching this right now or has seen, any of the digital marketing and is thinking about using Jason Insurance Solutions or wanting to call, what would you say to them?
I would say to them that we are extremely responsive and provide solutions in a cost-effective manner, where we're in a market of forever increasing insurance costs. We're an agency that's on your side trying to provide you with a better solution for you that could help lower cost and increase coverage, or if needed, advise in the direction of advancement in your insurance program as the business grows.
Jason, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy we got to do our own small business spotlight for Jason Insurance Solutions. I'm Racquel Goldy, and I will see you next time for another small business spotlight.
Thank you, Raquel.
Thank you.